Call in, connect. To speak to Randi, call 561-270-3844. 561-270-3844.
Okay, if you find yourself doing this on any day of the week, and by this I mean following Rashida Tlaib around the Capitol and asking her why she won't comment on beheaded babies as if she were the representative from Hamas, you need to hang it up, okay? You've lost all humanity and all right to broadcast, okay?
Terrorists have cut off babies' heads and burned children alive. Do you support Israel's rights to defend themselves against this brutality?
We're just going to go through here.
You can't comment about Hamas terrorists chopping off babies' heads? Congresswoman, do you have a comment on Hamas terrorists chopping off babies' heads? You have nothing to say about Hamas terrorists chopping off babies' heads? Do you condone what Hamas has done, chopping off babies' heads, burning children alive, raping women in the street?
Look at her face. She's like, what?
You have no comment about children's heads being chopped off? Congressman, why do you have a Palestinian flag outside your office if you do not condone what Hamas terrorists have done to Israel? Do Israeli lives not matter to you?
Oh, my God. I mean, she's an American. She's a legislator. She's Palestinian. She's all those things. Okay. And to talk to her as if she is the spokesperson for Hamas, for a terrorist organization, is really disgusting. And it misses the point of where we are and how we need to think smart about what to do next. Because what the world does next is everything. And chasing her around. What did you think, Brett? Was that fair game?
No, not fair game at all. It feels so obvious to me. Like somebody at Fox just got the genius idea. Hey, just send our most annoying person with a microphone and follow her around and get the soundbite, and we'll use it any way we can.
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, I could just see them in the meeting because I've been in these meetings where they go, hey, you're really annoying. Go use your iPhone. Go chase her down. Get us a soundbite from Rashida Tlaib.
Not just annoying, but shameless. You have no shame. You're annoying.
Well,
go
work
do this
there.
thing. Yeah.
To work there is, I know one guy that worked there happened to be, an African-American dude. Okay. And and we were like, how could you, he said, every day they were trying to recruit me every day. And I used to say to them, I'm just here to do my job. And then I'm going home. And he finally quit. He couldn't take it. But they were trying to recruit him into this right-wing, lack of morality, gotcha journalism, which explains absolutely nothing about the dire situation that we find ourselves in today, or the situation that we were in when they fired Kevin McCarthy, the situation that we find ourselves in with Tommy Tuberville, that we don't have a commandant of the Marine. Well, we do now, but we don't have a commander of the Fifth Fleet, which is the fleet that's sitting right off of Israel right now as a deterrent. Don't do anything. But anyway, and so because people watch this swill, they watch this crapola, and they know, me for years and years, and they know what I do for a living. I'm supposed to take all their garbage in and clean it up and then make sense out of the garbagey stuff that they watch all day. Or just be a battering ram for them, just be like a boxing bag for them. What do you call that? The boxing bag.
Punching bag?
Yeah, punching bag. Thank you. I should be the punching bag. I should take all their crap. And so I go to get my hair done today. It was supposed to be relaxing, but I'm used to it. Okay, this is my place. I've been going here for, 20 years. Crazy amount of time. And so we all grow up together. We all know each other, blah, blah, blah. But I know their politics. Not Angie, but I know their politics, okay? Well, Biden did this. Biden gave the Iranians $5 billion. That's why Hamas was emboldened to go chop off babies' heads. I'm like, that is not even remotely what happened. Do you want to know what happened? No, I don't want to know what happened because I already know what happened. I'm like, okay. And Angie's like, Ren, I want to know. Please, I know you'll tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. I said, Angie, you're forcing me to take all this garbage in and then sort through it and, put, a plastic in this bin and paper in that bin and then, get rid of the garbage in a sensible manner and then clear a path for the truth. And that's like a heavy lift for me today, okay? I'm going through some stuff. My dog is sick. Howard's going to physical therapy. By the way, I will not be here next Wednesday because this is the big dental surgery. There'll be 2 of them. And the real big one, like the 7-hour one, the 8-hour one, like, prepare to be here all freaking day. That's next Wednesday. Anyway, I said, I'm going through some stuff. I can't start with all this garbage. So she pulls me aside. She said, just tell me about the $5 billion so that I can say something to them when they throw this at me all the time. I know it can't be true. I said, it's not true. Iran is under sanctions. Big, massive sanctions because they do things. Like when a woman doesn't wear a hijab, they go and they take her and they pluck her eyeball out. They're not good people, you understand. She said, they do? I said, yes, they do. Go watch 60 Minutes, from last week or the week before, and you'll see women who are brave, very, very brave in Iran, trying to change it, trying to, assert themselves as real human beings with real rights to cover or not cover their heads. And some of them are missing eyeballs. Yeah, they are. And so I said, they had hostages of ours, and we wanted them back. And so because they were under sanctions and they couldn't access their money, we made a deal. Give us back our hostages, and we will allow for humanitarian bills for goods to get paid if you order them for your people. But we have to confirm that the orders were for humanitarian things like wheat, like cooking oil, like food and baby diapers and things of that nature. And if the UN certifies not only that you placed the order for these things, but that these humanitarian things actually made it to your people, we will allow the bill to be paid from your assets that are in a bank in South Korea. We will transfer those funds to a Qatari mediator and pay those bills for you. That's what happened. Now, how do you get from that to Joe Biden delivered $5 billion to the Iranian mullahs who got nothing? They got no dollars, they got no shekels, they got no dinars, they got no rubles, they got nothing. We got congressmen that got paid gold bars, but they didn't get crap, the Iranian mullahs, okay? So I don't know how they even get there. And then I turn on Fox News and I'm like, oh, and so I'm supposed to sort all this out for all the women in South Florida. All right, fine. This is important. I will. Then I explain. They go, well, then how did this even happen? How did this happen then? I mean, Israel is so good. I mean, they've got the Mossad, and they don't know what Shin Bet is, but they've been there a million times, okay? And they love Israel, and they love their country, but they know nothing about the destruction of either place's democracies. Nothing. But they love these two countries. But they know nothing about what their right-wing Likud party freak of a person is doing to the democracy in Israel. They have no idea. They didn't know one thing about the protests. I just find this fascinating. Very strong opinions based on nothing. They knew nothing about the protests that have been occurring in Israel for over a year now. Well, it's been, since January, okay? Because Netanyahu is trying to dismantle the Supreme Court, take away its power. And the people of Israel are like, we're not having that. We're not doing it. To the point where the military joined the protesters and said, we're not having that. We're not doing that. And when this horrific terrorist attack, I mean, this was massive, occurred, and it's still kind of occurring. It's, their nightmare isn't really over. Ours was short. Ours was a Tuesday morning. It was over Tuesday evening. We didn't know that, but it was. Theirs is ongoing, okay? And there was a question about whether or not the military, whether or not the reservists would show up and report for duty because they hadn't been. They refused, which is really saying something in Israel where everyone serves in the military, men, women, for a year. And they said, of course, we'll show up. We're here. We love our country. We'll show up. But not because of him. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.